Hey, viewers and viewers, my name is General Red Strategist and welcome to another round of Would You Rather with myself and Phil. Phil, if you believe it or not, is joining me via Skype again. Would you believe this, ladies and gentlemen? God, the flipping nerve of him coming along on Skype and deciding he wants to join me for a video. Sorry, how you doing over there, Phil?
Would you believe it? I can't, I know,
Some people, eh?
I just can't even. I'm here, I'm ready in all my glory.
Yes.
No, hang on a minute, doesn't that mean you're naked?
It can mean that if you want it to mean that.
If you mean naked, I think it's something along those lines, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah.
In all your glory, there we are. So we're going to go through some conundrums again, ladies and gentlemen.
Would you rather? We've done this a few times, a good old browser game, and we've found a good time doing it. So okay.
Yeah. Okay, Phil. I'll start then with this one. So, would you rather be hysterically funny, or would you rather be absolutely beautiful?
I
think I'd rather be hysterically funny. Certainly would jazz up some of my commentary a little bit sometimes, wouldn't it?
Yeah, because it's absolutely shite.
Oh, dearie me.
Oh. It's one of those things. Do you want to be funny, or do you want to be a bit vain? I suppose.
Yeah. I'm inclined towards the blue one, just because the thing about the red one is, the red one's not kind of binary. It's just it's not a sense of either you are beautiful or you aren't. Beauty is in the eye of the beholder and all that.
Absolutely.
So, what one person finds ugly, someone else might find beautiful. And the thing is,
and
go ahead.
Can I just bring up something?
Mm-hmm.
Being absolutely beautiful. If you think about it, you could get a lot of jealous sort of looks from other people, couldn't you?
Indeed.
And then people, becoming very envious on you, and could be what you won't have is plotting things against you.
Yeah, you can have.
But being funny, you don't really get that. You won't really get that. It's good to be funny.
Yeah.
And just have moments of jokes and please everyone around you.
I was going to say, apart from the jealousy and envy thing, potentially also people who just see you in a very kind of shallow sense and all that. See you only for your looks and not for your personality and all that. So, but as well as that, you don't have to be absolutely beautiful in life. There's all kinds of different forms of good looking and all that. And even if you're not absolutely perfect, you can still be good looking. So, I would say blue on that one then, Phil. Blue for me.
Absolutely, yeah.
Let's go with that one. We're in the minority. That means we have to eat a disgusting bean at this point if we were doing this as a bean boozle.
I know, that's weird. Why are we in the minority? I wouldn't have expected that. I would have expected more people want to be funny than beautiful, but there you go.
Guess maybe a load of people aren't happy with themselves. Oh dear. Alright, over to you then. Can you read that? Or?
Yes, yeah. So, cold toilet seat or warm toilet seat? I think it's got to be. I think it's got to be warm. I don't like the sitting. Yeah, the sitting down when you sit down on a cold toilet seat. It's like ooh.
Yeah,
but it's really quite bad. Yeah.
Also, it gives a hint. It says this is a toilet in a public bathroom.
So
basically, imagine the scenario, right? You're out in town, Phil, and suddenly, you're running around trying to look for, a quick toilet to have a quick toilet break, because Lord knows you didn't go to the toilet before you went out, and you've drank, 600 beers before you went out, and they've all gone straight through you, and you're going into that public toilet, and it's a grotty one, there's a few mouldering cigarettes.
I hate public toilets. Yeah,
I know they're horrible, aren't they?
They all are grotty. Yeah. They are grotty. Some I must say do have cleaners and will be clean. Yeah. But most of the time, public bathrooms are grotty, and then you have to think about who's sat there.
Usually, I find that the cleanest sorts of public toilets tend to be obviously in places like restaurants and bars, where usually they have to be fairly presentable
as well.
Yeah,
quite good. Because the service station, I've noticed some service stations around the UK have that little note on the actual door that said this was last cleaned 2:30 or 1:30 or.
Indeed. Yeah, it's funny because some service stations I've been to, when motorway driving, obviously are so modern and state of the art, they're so clean. And then there's other ones I've been to, which is just like, as soon as you walk in, you just feel like I can feel the germs swarming up my ankles as soon as I step in here.
I like this public toilets where you have the automatic toilet that starts flushing. As soon as you get up, it starts whirring and everything. So maybe it's better to sit on a cold one if it's public.
Maybe. It's a challenging one. It depends on the bathroom. That's what we're basically saying here. I think we might go for a random selection on this one. So, tell us when to stop, Phil.
Stop.
Okay, we're going with warm. Warm it is. We're in the minority again. Yes, unfortunate, but there we go. Alright, over to me again. Be sent into space without enough oxygen, or be thrown naked into a pit of deadly scorpions. Jesus. Okay, so it's two pretty grim fates. I mean...
Well, I mean, if you're sent into space and you can still be in the International Space Station without enough oxygen. Yeah. There'll be oxygen inside the space station itself.
Yeah, I mean, it says with the space one, it doesn't say without oxygen; it just says without enough oxygen. So to me, that sort of implies that maybe there is a bit of oxygen there. So it might be. It's still that you can pretty much breathe. It's just perhaps that what you're breathing isn't sufficient necessarily to keep you alive. So I'm kind of wondering if that would sort of, I don't know, be a slightly less awful way to go than the red one.
Oh, they're going into a load of scorpions. Yeah, that would be.
Yeah.
Did it say they're deadly?
It says they're deadly. Yeah.
Yeah, that's not going to be about being naked in there. I suppose. No, it's not. It's not going to be that quick.
No,
I think they're just going to, especially be naked, and especially. Oh dear, it'll be even horrific. Yes, it'll be horrific, but imagine they'll be getting when they get to the groin area.
Oh god, I wonder if you were going there then for a second.
Yeah, no, but it would be bad enough having you on the face.
Indeed, yes.
And what happens if one of them stabs you right in the middle of your chest? Bang, right into the heart.
Damn, yes.
Well, I suppose that would be good because it'd be instant death then.
Possibly, yeah. Really? Administer it straight to the heart, the venom and all that. Who knows? Maybe that would quicken it up a bit. I don't know. But I was thinking more about what if one of them stings you straight on the eyeball or something.
Oh God, yeah.
Yeah, be like that. What's that scene in? Is it Dead Space with Isaac Clarke where he has to like remove the parasite from his eye or whatever it is? And it's like one of the most sort of. Like one of those scenes.
No. It's not. No, I know which one you're talking about. But it's not. There's no parasite in his eye. Basically, he's having surgery on his eye. And
right.
And the medical implement has to be exactly accurate into his eyeball, and it will actually. I think it's surgery to try and make him see better.
Oh,
but if it failed, then it will just go. It goes straight into his eye and pierces right through.
Ouch! Yeah, that's like that sort of squeamishness-inducing kind of thought, really. But yeah, okay. So we're going with the blue one then.
Yeah, I think without enough oxygen would be a lot easier to take.
Indeed. We're in the majority there. That's third time's the charm, ladies and gents. Now we're in the majority. Okay.
We're doing well. We're doing better. We're doing better now. So get a free appetizer with every meal, or a free dessert with every meal. Ooh.
Okay. I mean, both of these sound pretty good. Indeed. What about you, Phil?
I more go the dessert route.
You go the dessert route? Yeah.
I don't really. If I'm in a restaurant or something, I don't really go for an appetizer.
Okay, that's interesting. Yeah.
I'm not really an appetizer person. I'm more a dessert, so I'd probably go with the dessert.
Yeah, I mean, to be honest, I have no sort of. To me, they're both pretty appealing, so therefore I wouldn't say I have a particularly sort of strong inclination. So I'd be happy to go with the dessert as well then, since you're inclined that way. Just because there's some great desserts out there.
Dessert? Yeah.
I mean, if it's like an evening meal at a restaurant, for example, I might go for a little something, like a nice warmed up chocolate fudge cake or something like that with a bit of ice cream on the side.
Oh, yeah, I do get you. Chocolate fudge cake is always good. It's one of the key. It's funny because it's one of the key desserts on the menu, isn't it?
Yeah, every sort of pub, pub restaurant usually always has that as one of its options. I'm trying to think what other sort of desserts are typical options on like pub restaurant menus.
Just default ice cream.
Yeah,
sometimes.
Ice cream. They'll usually do things like either like
a
lemon.
Pudding.
Yeah, sticky toffee. That's the good one. Yeah, or like a lemon meringue pie or a lemon cheesecake or something.
Yeah, even a cheesecake's a frequent one. But I must say though, sometimes when you go to like Tyson, having like an appetizer of a garlic bread.
Oh yeah,
that's always good, isn't it?
Yes.
Or having poppadoms with when you have an Indian
meal.
Yeah, that's it. Or even I love having sesame prawn toast with a Chinese.
Oh yes, indeed. Absolutely. I think in that case the free dessert then is where we're very much inclined to with this one. So let's go with that
meal
one.
As well. That would be fantastic. Yeah. Oh yeah, more people have the sweet tooth there.
Yeah, I think it helps. I've got a sweet tooth, so that's a good one. Okay, let's see. For 3 minutes, would you rather play with dog do like Play-Doh or sit in someone else's warm urine? And it also says that the urine would not be shallow. So it'd be quite a deep pool of urine by the looks of it. Well, not deep, but...
So that's a good 180 seconds of fun there.
Yeah. I mean, it's one of those things where, like, 3 minutes doesn't sound like much, but I imagine as you're doing it, it probably feels like forever.
Oh my god, playing with dog shit like Play-Doh.
Yeah. I think if I had to pick...
That'll be awful on your hands,
yeah,
just messing around.
Indeed. I think I'd be sort of inclined to the red one, just because you don't necessarily have to touch it with your hands, and the thing is, like, the first thing you could do after doing that is find somewhere private and then just change into some, like, fresh clothes or something, and just
clean
like
yourself.
Clean yourself down, basically. Whereas, so you can avoid getting it on your hands with the red one, I feel.
Isn't I'm just thinking now, isn't like poo? Isn't it more? It's got more diseases and things floating around in it. Whereas urea, obviously, you can drink your own. You can drink your own piss, but that's why it might be a bit more sanitary to be in urine than it is to fiddle around with poo.
I was trying to recall from my high school science lesson days, and I think there's something like human excrement is like 50% bacteria, so it's just like it's utterly crawling with God knows what that's come out of your gut,
so I think it might be safer as well to be in the urine.
Whereas urine,
because like you said, you can drink it. You can't eat your own poo. You can't do it because it's poisonous to you. But some animals can actually. I know that guinea pigs can eat their own poo. I believe rabbits and hares can.
Some do. Strange how certain animals evolve like that, eh?
But urea and urine is fine to drink, but you can't actually, humans can't eat their own poo because it is actually poisonous.
I think it's like something with urine, because I don't know the exact science here, so I could be completely wrong, but certain stuff that's in it does kind of almost act a little bit like a sort of sterilizer. It can kill certain bacteria, but compared to just pure solid excrement, urine is slightly less bad for you. But
so I think it's safer on the urine side.
Indeed. I'm just anticipating now the one sciencey sort of person in the comments who's going like, actually, you got that completely wrong, Red. But yes, red it is. There we go. So
nice.
Slim majority, but we're in the majority nonetheless. Indeed.
Okay.
Over to you then.
If you were a 5-year-old girl, right? Okay. Would you rather be a mermaid or be a princess? Well, the thing is, for most 5-year-old girls, it is being a princess. Isn't it?
Probably because
they do have a lot of that.
Yeah, I'd imagine. I don't know. Just thinking, like, for example, the sort of popular media that a 5-year-old girl would typically watch, and I know I'm sort of stereotyping a bit here, but most like Disney movies, the Disney princess is a princess. Yeah,
Why
exactly.
is it as well that all Disney princesses always have birds that follow them?
That's like the stereotypical Disney princess thing. All the animals love them. The birds, the deer, and God knows what else. I saw an interesting video, actually. Sorry, I'll just sort of make this fairly quick, but a video on YouTube recently. There's this woman with a harp standing in a field just playing, and there's this deer in the background that literally comes out and is like really curious and like gets very close. And basically, some of the joke comments people were leaving on that were like, "You are now officially a Disney princess."
I've seen that with like certain Reddit videos and Reddit stuff, where there's like pictures of them, pictures of people with birds around. They go, "Am I a Disney princess now?"
Indeed,
It's always that thing.
I'm trying to think though, if you would you rather be a princess or would you rather be a mermaid? I'm trying to think as well, like, what sort of advantages does each one bring? I feel like, if you're a princess, you are basically the heir to a kingdom.
Yes,
so
you've got that.
Wealth, power, status.
If you're a mermaid, I suppose you can mill around underwater. And that's always good. I know that's a big advantage for you because I know you like your watery settings.
Indeed, yes. I mean, honestly,
I think it'll be princess.
Yeah, so do I.
That's the majority of what 5-year-old girls go.
Okay, same percentages as the last one, interestingly.
Yeah, it's quite even there. Okay.
If you had to eat one, would you rather have a hamburger or a hot dog?
Now, for me, hamburger. I much prefer a hamburger to a hot dog. Yeah, because you can do so many. You can fill a hamburger with so many different things compared to a hot dog.
True.
Hot dog's mostly just a sausage in bread where you can put mustard and ketchup on. Whereas a hamburger, obviously, you've got the Hawaiian burger where you can put pineapple in it.
Oh, yes.
You've got the ones that I know that you enjoy. That when you've come over, you've had the one with the hash brown in it.
Oh, yeah.
You can obviously have the hash brown. You can have onion rings in it.
Oh, yes.
As well as there's much more variety to put inside a hamburger, and you've obviously got the sauces and the different things that all the fast food giants do.
Yeah.
When they put inside them.
Yeah.
So there's lots of variety that you can put for a hamburger than you can with a hot dog.
Yeah, I'm with you on this one. I mean, don't get me wrong, I like both of them, but I would be more inclined to the hamburger.
Really, with a hot dog, all people really put is the sauces and sometimes fried onions.
What also kind of just leads me a bit more towards hamburger over hot dog, even though I like both of them. It's just the fact that with the hot dog, like you say, it's just comparatively slightly fewer things that you can do with it. So for a hot dog, I would have ketchup. I'd probably do some fried onions. I'd probably skip on the mustard because I'm not so keen on that myself. But like you say, hamburger, I just feel like there's so much you can do with that. So
I know there is, isn't there? And it's more of a staple in things like pubs. They do have a hamburger option a lot. And there's all sorts of different ones, and you can have it, and as well the patty. You don't have to have just beef.
Oh, yes.
You've got chicken. You can do lamb. You can do fish burgers. You can do a veggie burger. I suppose you could obviously with a hot dog you could have a veggie sausage.
Yeah.
And there's different varieties of sausage, but there's just more variety with a hamburger.
Yeah. I think,
again, as well, you can change the bun. Really, with a hot dog bun, you don't really change it. It's really always the default white bun. Whereas with a hamburger, you could go with a seeded, non-seeded,
brioche,
toasted, brioche, toasted, as well. There's lots. Oh my god! Just then going through it all, there's just so much more variety.
You make me want a hamburger now, Phil.
Yeah, I think it's got to be hamburger.
Yeah, it's got to be. Let's go with that one. That's a clear stonking majority. That is. Yeah.
I think people are on the same lines as us. Okay.
Yeah, very much. Right.
So, would you rather live as a black man in the 1800s or as a woman in Afghanistan in present time?
Oh God. Okay. Right. I mean, both is pretty bad.
Yeah.
Indeed.
That's a thinking one. That one.
That is a thinking one. I mean, let's go through each one then. So the blue one. So
I believe we may have had this one before. It does seem familiar, but we can certainly go again.
Yeah. So I mean, obviously, this all depends on what country you're in. I mean, if you're in the United States in the 1800s, then for a good portion of that, you are probably going to be a slave, I would imagine.
Yeah.
Especially, if you're in the South.
Yeah, you're going to be a slave on the plantations.
Yeah, indeed. And even after the Civil War, it wasn't a good place to be as an African American person.
There were some of them who rose up against it. Obviously, there was a few uprisings.
Yeah.
Where they did, and some actually got out and managed to escape, and so that's good for them. But the majority of the time, you'll be a slave, working the fields, having being horrifically taunted by overseers, and whipped and all that sort of stuff.
Indeed, yeah. So that's a bad one. And living as a woman in Afghanistan right now, that's not good either, since your rights are all being taken away from you.
Rights have all been taken away. You have to all be covered up. Although no, there's been some freedom. Well, there's been some freedom in the Saudi Arabia area where they're allowed to dress a bit more freely. I've heard now.
Yeah,
they are allowed to dress a bit more freely.
But then again, that's Saudi Arabia, so it's a different country. So Afghanistan,
Iran and Iraq.
Yeah. So God, I mean, I think this is probably going to be a random selection because they're both pretty awful. Okay, we're going with woman in Afghanistan.
Okay.
Yep, we're in the minority there. God, it's a nasty one. That
very nasty one. That's quite a conundrum. There's a good one. Whoever made that one, well done.
Indeed, there's no great answer to that one. There we go.
Okay.
Would you rather spit at an angry Mike Tyson or spit at an angry Bruce Lee? And the little hint down below is it would definitely start a fight.
Yeah, it would. Now then, obviously Mike Tyson, famous boxer. Bruce Lee, famous kung fu specialist.
Indeed.
And he is actually. He's not just putting it on for his films. In fact, he doesn't even have a stuntman. He does all his own stunts.
Indeed. Wasn't Mike Tyson actually the one who in one of his boxing matches actually bit his opponent's ear off or something like that.
Yep, that's very famous. I believe it was Evander Holyfield.
Ah, there you go. Yes.
Bit his ear. So who would be worse? Because it would start the fight. Who would be worse? So if you
Yes. Lord,
spitting at Mike Tyson or Bruce Lee?
Yeah. God.
Which would hurt less? Because martial, I'm just thinking.
It depends. I feel like, with boxing, if they get like a good hit on you, it's probably like a real slugger that can like knock you down. If they get a good hit. Bruce Lee, with obviously like martial arts, I can sort of see it as being more like a rapid succession of attacks. So it's like maybe
I suppose you might be able to block one.
Yeah.
He's like kicking his foot up at you. You might be able to grab his foot quickly.
Yeah, potentially, if you're quick enough.
I mean, but it's Bruce Lee though.
It is Bruce Lee. Yeah, exactly.
I'd probably say with those chances where you could potentially grab his hand or his foot and just stop it briefly.
Yeah.
And then just say sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry, I didn't mean to do it. I was forced to do it. I'd go with Bruce Lee.
Yeah. I'm thinking as well just about like how you would exactly conduct yourself in a fight like that. Because I think with martial arts, with like Kung Fu, because obviously there's a lot of like kicking moves and things like that. I feel like in that sort of fight, it would be in your interest to get very fast and up close, so that he can't really like kick you or get a good sort of hit on you. So that you can try and attack quick.
Yeah, of you there.
Sort of like that.
First for everything.
I know. Wow.
But yeah, that's whoa! Did you hear that?
Whoa!
Did you hear that? Oh,
damn!
Hello.
Fucking get me some cold water and take me to the burns unit.
I know. Well, right. Well, you better get yourself to Swindon Hospital.
Yes, I better have.
Into the burns ward.
Here we are. Yes, indeed. All right,
I can imagine you just walking in, going, and the nurse is going, "Okay, what are you doing here? I've just been burnt.
Yep.
I've just been burnt by Bill. I
yes.
need to.
My friend just roasted me on a Would You Rather video that we were recording.
Yeah, so you're going to have to put me in the bed.
Yes. Put me in bed. I need to recover.
Help me out. Yeah,
right.
So let's spit at Bruce Lee.
Okay, spitting at Bruce Lee. Minority.
Oh no,
okay.
No, more people would rather spit at Mike Tyson.
Yes, there you go. It's a tough one. Well, over to you then, Phil.
Right. Oh, we've definitely had this one before. Superhero or supervillain?
Interestingly, it says below on the hint, the power is neutral. Yeah. It could be used for either good or evil equally, which I feel kind of undermines the whole idea of the choice between being either a hero, which to me implies you're using it for good, or being a villain,
which means you're using it for bad.
Indeed. So it's a bit of a weird one, that. So I see no reason.
That, shall we?
Yeah.
We'll ignore that one.
Yeah.
Right. So
strange one. Do you want to reread this?
Well, no, I didn't mean to ignore it like that. And then
Hang on,
can
we go back?
Over it.
Oh yeah, we can still go over it.
Oh, you can go back. Okay,
yeah,
well let's think. So, well, obviously the main thing is everyone defaults. I want to be good. I want to be so I'll be the hero. But sometimes though the villain does. I've noticed that sometimes villains in many things do get access to more advanced technology with regards to stuff. Yeah, but obviously the main issue is you seem to always get beaten at the end.
Yeah, exactly.
That's the main thing. But although there are some supervillains that do succeed.
Unless you want to be like a cartoon supervillain who is sort of the focus of more of like a comedic set of adventures where you try to do evil, but in the end you actually end up just helping the world.
Yeah,
like
God,
that.
Yeah.
Indeed.
Yeah. Or you could be a supervillain but do a heel face turn.
Yes, indeed. There's like an interesting, I think, a ProZD skit. It's only like several seconds long. It's entitled something like on YouTube, a villain who keeps unintentionally helping people.
Yeah.
So his plans just keep actually resulting in good stuff rather than bad stuff.
Or you could be a continual villain, like where would Batman be without Joker?
Batman. Indeed. I mean, honestly, I feel like you go with the superhero option here, just because, if you're going to use your power for anything, you're probably going to use it for good, right?
Yeah, well, that's what you want to do. You want to help. You want to be altruistic and be good in the world, don't you?
Yeah, pretty much. So fine, and if it means you succeed and triumph at the end of everything, then what's not to love about that, eh?
Let's do it.
Do it, superhero. Yeah.
I thought we would be in the majority there.
Aye,
okay.
Aye. Okay, so this one that we saw before. Would you rather be a sports star or be a celebrated academic? Well, I definitely want to be the red, Phil.
Well, I think I think we know which one you're going for.
Yeah, exactly. Since that is my career field. What about you, though? If you had a choice.
Academic.
Academic.
Now here's a reasoning I've got here. Okay, listen to this. Sports stars, yes, they get paid ridiculous amounts of money, okay, which is good. But oh my God, do sports stars have a lot of scandals?
Yeah, right.
There's scandals all over the shop with sports stars, and lots of limelight thrown onto them. And you could be as good as possible, never have a scandal, but as soon as a tiny little itchy-bidgy tiny little scandal hits you, that's it. All over the newspapers, your career's in tatters.
Indeed.
Whereas being an academic, you don't really go through scandals, and you're well respected by your peers.
Yeah.
You're well respected by other people, and even become, when you finally, pass away, people do remember you more. And remember various different things. I mean, look as now the things like Galileo.
Indeed.
He was ridiculed when he was alive, but now he's obviously when he's dead. Now everyone respects his decisions and everything.
Yeah.
Albert Einstein,
I see what you mean. So it's like that whole public eye thing. So technically, both of these sort of are in the public eye, but definitely a sports star would be more kind of overt.
It's more scandalous, and you can easily get into scandals a lot easier. Like you accidentally do something was mundane. Let's say you have a wife or a girlfriend or a husband or a boyfriend, and you go see your friend, your normal friend, and you give them a little kiss on the cheek. But
paparazzi.
The paparazzi, snap, 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 snap. Oh, look at Phil. He's
baseball star Phil Wood caught kissing random girl on cheek in car park.
I know, and there you go, and that's your career in tatters.
Never mind the fact that it's a cousin or a sister or whatever. It's
exactly.
plastered all over.
They've nabbed you.
Indeed.
So I think that outweighs all the. I know you obviously get. And when you do start, you actually don't get paid that much. It's the big superstars that get paid the big bucks.
Okay, academic.
It
is
the big pounds.
The big pounds.
It's got to be academic.
Indeed. Wow, minority there, but dearie me, what's that? What's going on here, Phil?
Okay. Right. So, would you rather have to end every sentence with a racial epithet, or have to drop 2 fbombs in every sentence?
Okay.
I think I'd definitely go the red.
Yeah,
I'm
definitely.
Sorry, go in the blue. Yeah, that you would get. Oh, that would get a lot scorned and frowned upon.
Yeah, blue. I feel like could end up starting a fight.
Also, red. You know what you can put it down to? Having Tourette's syndrome.
Indeed. Yeah.
Yeah, because people with Tourette's have to suffer from things like that.
Indeed.
Also, a myth/misnomer. Having Tourette's doesn't mean you're swearing all the time.
Indeed.
It's one of the key things of Tourette's syndrome is verbal tics.
Yeah.
So it might be, every other sentence you might start, talking normally, and then all of a sudden you go, wait.
Yeah, exactly. It doesn't have to be swearing. It can be
but that's what you can put it down to. You can put it down to having Tourette's. Whereas ending every sentence with a racial epithet, do you know how much you'd get annihilated by anyone?
Indeed, That's the number one way probably to get people really pissed off at you for the blue.
Really pissed off, and to the point you could land you into serious trouble with the police and everything.
Indeed, so the red is definitely that is an easy one. Yeah, majority there. I wonder who these 25% people who think that the blue.
I know. Why would you go with that?
Yeah. What?
Right. Let's do a couple more, shall we? So you do one and then I'll do one.
Yeah.
Yep.
So, would you rather be stalked by a ghost for your entire life, or be stalked by a demon for 3 days and then die? And it says on the hint, the ghost just constantly torments, the demon kills. You wouldn't get used to the ghost, and it would constantly keep you stressed.
Oh, okay. I was going to think of some loopholes then. Just try and be friends with the ghost. But
Indeed.
No, it doesn't want to be friends with you. It's going to constantly keep annoying you and stress you out. Well, I'd rather not. Well, to be honest, I'd rather not die.
Yeah, exactly.
Be tormented by a demon and then die. I'd have to live with being stressed out by a ghost. And not just die after 3 days and then being with the demon.
Yeah, I think though, for the kind of stress thing, there's probably ways you can mitigate that today, certain medications, things like that just sort of numb your stress a bit. I mean, granted, it's not a great way to live your life, having to constantly take medication to keep your stress levels down.
And when you get used to the ghost tormenting you,
possibly.
You just like, here it goes again.
What way ghost.
What way would the torment you?
Who knows?
Well?
Maybe swooping down over your bed at night. Ooh, Phil, it's me.
Yeah, doing something like that, or just
the ghost of YouTube videos
past. It's not you again.
Here we are. Yes.
It's like, piss off, not you again.
Indeed.
Just like,
yeah,
go away. No one wants to listen to you. You arsewhite.
wow.
Yeah, medication I suppose could be annoying.
Yeah.
But again, demon and then dying after 3 days.
Yeah.
That's.
I'm inclined to the blue, just because it doesn't involve dying.
What's this? I'm going to give a scene now from a famous film that has a demon in it.
Okay.
And you've got to guess what it is.
I've got to guess what it is. Okay. Let's see.
I know you haven't seen it. I've seen the film.
All right.
But you haven't seen it. But it's got a very famous scene with the actual protagonist. I was going to say the protagonist who was. Are you ready for this?
Go on.
So use the priest and goes,
oh.
fuck me.
Oh, yes. I know exactly what you're talking about. The Exorcist. Dearly me, yes.
It's a very, very famous horror film.
Indeed.
Hopefully everyone knows. If for those viewers who don't really know what The Exorcist is or a film, it's basically a horror film where a young girl gets possessed by a demon.
Yeah.
The demon comes and visits them in the house one day, and she gets possessed and starts actually. The demon starts taking over her body, and you can see that this priest, basically the mum tries to get a priest to come and exorcise her, but there's and most people will have thought it's a very famous 1980 something film, but there's lots of famous scenes in it. One of the most famous is the head turning scene.
Oh yes.
The 360 degree head turning scene. Yeah. Obviously that one, the fuck me, where she's if anyone who doesn't understand what that is about,
I think pretty much everyone understands what that means. Yeah.
Yeah, the priest comes into the room and she basically almost jumps on him
Jesus.
doing that.
Yeah.
I think there's also one famous scene where she pukes everywhere.
Oh yeah.
But it's ectoplasm.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's a very famous horror film.
I've not seen the full film. Yeah, I've not seen the full film, but I've seen plenty of the most famous clips from it. Indeed. Yeah. We're not putting spoilers on any of these things, ladies and gentlemen, because, like Phil says, it's like a 1980s film. You've had enough time to see it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
so I think we'll go blue.
Blue. Yeah. Oh yeah. Wow, that's the biggest majority we've been in so far.
Right. Final one.
Mm-hmm.
Would you rather be as you are now or have $100 million but have a 5% chance? I think this is blue.
Yeah, definitely.
I think this is blue, this one.
Yeah.
Be as you are now, yeah. $100 million would be cool, but a 5% chance, there's still that chance, isn't there?
Yeah.
Of the death.
Indeed.
Even if it's 5%, yeah.
Yeah. We're in the minority, though, weirdly, which is surprising.
Is that a sad...
That might be a sad indication of maybe some people just aren't satisfied with their lives where they're at right now, that they would actually rather take that chance. Oh, dear.
I'll take that chance of death to get $100 million. I mean, it is a lot of money, but still. And I know 5% is quite low, but still, you could be... So, is that a 5% forever, or is it as soon as you get the $100 million, that's it, the 5% starts? So you could just fall down dead. So yeah, it's quite scary. I suppose as soon as you got the $100 million, you'd just be standing there for a moment going, oh God, it's gonna... Oh, I'm fine.
Yeah. 2 seconds later, heart attack. Yeah. There we go.
Well, there we go. Lovely job there. That was a nice little would you rather.
Yeah.
I must say, Andrew, I do enjoy these browser games. I know you've only just uploaded, as of this one, a WikiHow, which we uploaded ages ago.
Indeed. Yeah.
Days ago. But yeah, I do enjoy these browser games. Every single one I do enjoy. There's not one of them that go, oh, this is a bit naff. But no, all of them. Would you rather? Will you press the button? Google Feud, WikiHow, what else do we do? Higher Lower Game. The shame about GeoGuessr, but got fun trivia, BuzzFeed. We're going to try Sporkle, which is going to be a new one. Mm-hmm. Yeah,
indeed. Well, there you go. Thanks for joining me then, Phil.
Yeah, absolutely. It's been fun.
Yeah. In that case, we'll wrap up here. So Facebook and Twitter links down below, along with a link to my propagandist channel for anyone interested. If you enjoyed, a like is always appreciated. But than that, this is the two of us signing off now. Goodbye, all.
Signing off in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Jawohl.
Okay, that's interesting. So we're looking at games produced by a person that Davey Reader knew. So it's pronounced Reader. I was pronouncing it wrong before. Oh. Can I go anywhere?
This game is called Escape from It. and it's one of the more generic games you'll see.
Okay. Escape from Whisper. No, it's not I can go there. This way? Yeah, it's down here. So we're playing a bit of an FPS here, I see. Let's follow the path then.
Security full breach.
Oh.